Hello and welcome to another Aoe2 live game commentary. Today we have again a 1v1 and we're going to continue the series, and we're going to be, you've probably seen the players who are playing Unchartedvemon and shadowfax. This is the third 1v1, and so far, if you've been watching the series, shadowfax is winning 2-0. So this time we are hopefully going to try and see what Unchartedvemon can do and try and win. And let's start out with the civs. So immediately we can see that the civs, we have Unchartedvemon as Huns, and we have shadowfax as Celts. Celts, however you want to pronounce it. But this is actually, the early game is going to favor shadowfax a lot more, because it's going to have that very powerful wood gathering bonus. But on the other hand, the Huns, Venom is going to also be able to save that wood, and he's going to be able to not worry about being popped or worry about where to put his houses. So he won't be able to house wall, but he will be able to have the advantage of not wasting wood and being popped ever. So we'll see what happens. And you're probably wondering, yep, this is mega random. We do love a mega random. And if we were playing Nomad, we are playing, oh fuck, sorry guys, we are actually playing mega random, but for a moment there I got confused. But we're playing mega random and we're playing as Nomad. So let's look at the map, and already we can see that there is a river. There is a river, and there are lakes. And the one thing to know is that these two lakes aren't connected. And this is going to be really interesting, because we do not know. Got me walking to the other side, and 45. So let's actually see what he's trying to do here. And really, not really. He has noticed the water. Shadowfax, has he noticed the water? Yes, he has. Perhaps these players will sooner they will realize which side they wanna put the docks at, and that's going to be vital. As first of all, if both players fight on the same side, we're going to see galley rushes coming out, and we're going to see that early aggression against fishing ships and the such. But if people decide to go to the other side, we're also going to see the other side being dominated by ships and battles. So ideally, for a peaceful resolution, we're gonna see maybe shadowfax most likely just gonna dock here right in front of his town center, and hopefully Venom docks on the other side, so we can so they do not have to interfere with each other. So yeah, we're already seeing shadowfax walling up immediately. Unchartedvemon has the higher population. He has one idol though, so he won't be able to make use of it. If we look at their TC locations, shadowfax has placed its TC in a region where there are a lot of deer, a boar, and he has also managed to find some sheep. So not to worry, he does realize his resources are there, so he'll have to build a mining camp. He is scouting with his sheep. And if we're looking at Unchartedvemon here, he has got probably the better location in my opinion, since he does have, not only does he have the deer, he does have the sheep, he's got the woodland, and in addition he's got the gold mine, which is going to be very safe. He's going to be able to he's going to be able to mine gold very safely this whole game. Well, not the whole game. I hope not the whole game. I hope it's not limited to just this gold mine. As it is a live commentary, that was not any foreshadowing. Perhaps shadowfax might lock him out of his gold in other regions. We'll have to wait and see. But what's to note is that there are there's no dock from Unchartedvemon. So already Unchartedvemon does have the wood capacity, but he has not realized that he can dock. And even though he does have the higher population, if constant fishing ships are being pumped out from this dock, we're gonna see a overtake in population by shadowfax, and he's gonna eventually have the stronger military. stronger economy, thus leading to a stronger military, as he's gonna have access to all of these resources here. Shadowfax is the first one to realize that there are sheep here, so he's gonna get his sheep. This is what Shadowfax sees, so let's see if he does realize that there are sheep. He is scouting with one of his fishing ships, so great move. He's gonna realize where the shoreline is, how much he can control. He has realized that there are no docks on this side by Unchartedvemon, so most likely he will be safe. You can see all these sheep here, so it's just a matter of trying to figure out where the sheep are. He's scouting with a villager, and he's just trying to see what sort of situation they are in. So already I assume that he does realize that there is a land bridge, and this map they are separated by sea, and there is a small island section that they can go through to each other's base. Still no dock from Unchartedvemon, and that is gonna really cost him that is gonna cost him a lot, actually, because to get the sea dominance, oh well, this is interesting. It seems like Unchartedvemon has made his dock, but he has made it on the other side. So lucky for him, when he starts making his ships, he's gonna be uncontested. He will not be galley rushed. Even if there are galleys, he will not be. His fishing ships will survive, as Shadowfax, they're both on opposite seas. So right now I would say they're both balanced in terms of land control, but not enough ships coming out here. Shadowfax has already gone higher in the population, so we're seeing 26 by him, but Unchartedvemon has already pressed feudal age. This is, so we're gonna see what sort of rush are we gonna see. Are we gonna see a castle rush, a tower rush? We're gonna have to wait and see, but we're not seeing any barracks is being built, so most likely we're not gonna see a feudal rush happening anytime soon. Shadowfax is gonna wall up, so he does want to play a defensive game, and it seems like he does want to take it easy a bit and try and wall up and attack at a later date. So we're gonna try and see what Unchartedvemon does to try and counter it, and try and see what he can do. But both players at the same time, once again are building docks on the other side, so it seems like these guys do know that there are two different lakes, two different rivers, so we're gonna see galley rushes from both. And really the power, absolutely the power that Unchartedvemon will have if he builds a galley immediately after coming. Oh, he's building a fishing ship, but if he immediately builds a galley, oh, it's a shame, but he's gonna end up killing at least 2, 3, or even 4 fishing ships by the time his fishing ships arrive. So this is looking to be a rather sea this early game here is going to be focused in the sea. We're going to see a galley rush happening here, galley battle, feudal battle, and Unchartedvemon going for that double bit axe. Yep, so he's going to go quite heavy on ships. We can already see that. It's a standard build path when playing in the feudal age and trying to rush. It's really essential to try and get them feudal upgrades as fast as possible. So galleys coming now, and galleys are just waiting there. Wrong move, wrong move. You have the advantage. You were in feudal age before your opponent. You've got a galley out. You need to move the moment it comes out, and luckily he hasn't wasted that much time, so he's gonna go in and he will be shooting down all these ships, and luckily these ships will eventually die. Are we gonna see any resistance from Shadowfax? Shadowfax is gonna try and build a watchtower here. He's already lost one fishing ship. Another galley coming out from Unchartedvemon, and although we're gonna see a watchtower coming up here, it seems like Shadowfax has stopped building the watchtower. Oh, he's gonna relocate his watchtower here, but these fishing ships here are going to die. We're seeing galleys on the other side by Shadowfax. Unchartedvemon is in here. He's already killed 3-4 fishing ships. He's got another 4 left, and he will most likely be able to... Nope. The watchtower has been built, so we won't be seeing any more pressure on this end. He will... What's to know is that he will be able to get this fish, but only at the cost of building watchtowers to try and protect his fish line. We're seeing Galley versus Galley battle, and Unchartedvemon has come out on top. Another galley is approaching, so this galley here will die. It's best to realize that when your galleys are that low, and when you don't have enough numbers, and especially when you're in the feudal age, it's best to have a villager to just repair your ship back up. It's a thing, although it might seem quite easy to know or think about, but it really isn't. The number of people who have 4 or 5 ships and all of them are damaged, just one villager just repairing your ships can ultimately win you in an engagement if your opponent doesn't do so as well. So he could have saved his ship had he realized earlier and got a villager to heal it up. In terms of population, Unchartedvemon is up there, and Unchartedvemon has managed to even out the score in terms of destroying his fishing ship. So right now, a lot of his score is happening due to... Oh wow, okay. It seems like I was blind earlier, and what I did not realize was there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 relics in this center area here. I'm not sure if both players have realized that there are relics there, but this is a gold mine. This is a gold mine. If Unchartedvemon has realized that there are monasteries, there are relics here, and he goes for the relics, he can and will be able to win the game essentially on the fact that he has the gold capacity to build units. Shadowfax has 2 galleys, and he's going to be attacking Unchartedvenom's galleys here, but there's another galley coming out for Unchartedvemon, so the ships here are outnumbered and they're going to be forced to retreat. But we're going to see another ship coming down here, but we are seeing a watchtower, so eventually this region here will be protected. It seems like there won't be a stone wall happening here anytime soon. These galleys are forced to retreat. A galley has been lost on this side as well. There are even another 3v3 galley battle, and it seems like Unchartedvemon is gonna come out on top on this one. Unchartedvemon has reached Castle Age, and Shadowfax is only going Castle Age right now. So Shadowfax is at a real disadvantage, and really there needs to be a push. We're gonna see a siege workshop, so we're gonna most likely see. Let's see what Shadowfax is. Unchartedvemon is trying to do. We're gonna see a workshop. We're seeing more galleys coming out. Are we gonna see fast fire ships? Yes, we are. So unless Shadowfax builds fast fire ships as well, he will lose this end of the map here. Stonewalling happening here. So it seems like this is actually quite interesting. This is quite interesting. I was saying earlier how both players should really take advantage of this relic, but it seems like Shadowfax doesn't want to, and he is gonna end up walling this segment off, which means that he most likely doesn't realize the value of these relics, or perhaps is too preoccupied. Whoever can control these relics will win the game, and I can guarantee you that whoever does so will win the game, and it's only really a matter of time. Unchartedvemon has the higher population, he has the higher military, he has the higher score, 500 score, and Shadowfax, the king, is not looking too good. It's not looking too good for him. He's not at the game by all means. You can still boom up, you can still do some amazing plays, you can still do some tactics, but we're seeing fast fire ship here. Are we going to see another fast fire ship? No, we are not. We're going to see war galleys. So I'm assuming we are going to perhaps see a push on this side by the water, but we're seeing, look at this. One fast fire ship can destroy 3 galleons. Easily. So it's just a matter of this fast fire ship realizing that there are galleys, and these galleys are gonna die. So we're following the ships, and immediately shadowfax is forced to go back. He has realized there are fast fire ships. He's gonna have to build some of his own if he wants to battle here. We're seeing cavalry archers, and we need here is we're gonna need rams. We're gonna need rams. Unchartedvemon has moved in with his war galleons on this side. He has 4 war galleons. That's enough. He's gonna end up taking the rest of the remaining ships that he has not taken in the early game. He's gonna focus down these war galleys here. These cavalry archers are gonna go around, try and see where else his villages have walled. There's a large fleet over here not being utilized. Wrong move. You need to press like you are pressing on the other side. Apply that pressure. Hold your ground. At the very least, try to not let him start building watchtowers on the coastline. Mangonel here are gonna be moving up. Most likely gonna start attacking the stone wall to try and break through. We're gonna also see rams. We're seeing 2 fast fire ships on this side, and this side not looking too good actually. We need another fast fire ship or a couple more war galleys to counteract this the force that is here. We're gonna see how shadowfax deals with this. His score is consistently 500 points behind, so he's not doing too bad. The gap isn't that big. It's doable. What's to note is that he does have the lower economy at this moment. Slightly lower economy, but most of the population from Unchartedvemon has come from his units and his power. So, like, very good move here. The war galleon has realized that there is a watchtower going up, and he has managed to kill the watchtower, and he has managed to kill the war galley. So now is really the best time to move up with your war galley, start attacking. The ram here is nearly gonna break through, and monks coming out, and it seems like initially when I said whoever realizes that monks are present are really gonna win the game, and I think it's simple to say this game is looking not too good for shadowfax, as shadowfax has been locked out of the relics, and it's not gonna be a good game for him. We're seeing we're gonna finally see the battle here, and luckily there were fast fire ships and there were enough galleys attacking and focusing down shadowfax's ships that Unchartedvemon has come out as the victor in this game. Finally, the last remaining ships on this end have been successfully destroyed. On this end, still fishing, nothing much. Only real protection over here is that watchtower and a couple of ships that's protecting his economy. Relic acquired, more monks coming out, and what a massive gold advantage Unchartedvemon is gonna have. Score lead is now 1,000. We're seeing the villager getting sniped by the mangonel and the cavalry archers. We're gonna see battering rams trying to take down this wall, and really what's gonna happen, you need to bring your ships in and all the remaining ships that you do have in here to try and take out this resistance and this force here. We're gonna be seeing that happening, and if we're gonna be seeing that happening, and you won't be a good thing to start focusing the battering rams. Mangonels, you gotta make sure you pay attention to the mangonels, otherwise your ships will end up losing out. But we're seeing ships on this side, and this ship is attacking the villagers that are building a castle here. So already it's looking like this side of the sea is gonna be controlled by the castle, and that is GG for the water on this side. All that remains is the watchtower, and it seems like another shadowfax is building a castle. Shadowfax is building a castle. Where is he building a castle? He's building a castle on this side because he doesn't want to be bombarded by the sea. And we're seeing more knights, more units, more relics being collected, a massive force gathering here, let's look at the economy of Shadowfax. Shadowfax really has only 7 military. All of them are ships. Well, half of them are ships. We're seeing spearmen coming out, but really cavalry archers have that bonus against spearmen, so we're not going to need some archery ranges to try and defeat the power of this force, and it doesn't look so good for Shadowfax at all. At all. Fletching finally being researched to get that extra range to try and snipe some of these war galleys. Uncharted Venom, economy lead, military lead. What can Shadowfax do? If I were in this situation, what I would do that might possibly help me win the game is immediately start building some mangonels. And the reason I say this is because you want to start destroying these battering rams that are hammering down your walls and preventing access into your base. Because what's going to happen is if those rams end up moving in, then you're just going to allow a passage into your base, and then it will not be a good situation for you at all. And it's gonna force the other player to start using transport ships. So that's really one thing to look out for. But really, you want to hold your opponent there in place and for as long as possible. Shadowfax does have the economy. He just has to build the units. He's got pikemen now. It'd be best if he had siege, but I'm not seeing any siege coming out from him. He's got plenty of wood to start building siege, and he's not building siege. He's not doing his best. The spearmen that were there are gonna start attacking. Unfortunately, there's not enough offensive power of the pikemen, so one pikeman has been converted, and the pikeman force has been annihilated. In the meantime, Uncharted Venom sees this opportunity as his main attacking force has been wiped out, and it's not looking too good. War galleys here are already inside, taking down their ships. 4 rams coming in. Cavalry archers inside their base. Uncharted Venom going Imperial Age, and there is really nothing to stop Uncharted Venom at this time. It's only a matter of time, but really what should have happened was mangonels need to be made, and still no mangonels being made, and that is the single reason why Shadowfax wasn't able to really beat back and push and defend his base, is simply because he doesn't have the mangonels to take down the rams that are attacking his castle. One of the things that walls do that can really affect people is just like they lock out the enemy, and if you're behind, you need to look at the enemy as long as possible to try and get that advantage and build up your army. Otherwise, you are gonna be in trouble if your enemy comes in like he has done right now, as shown by Uncharted Venom, and started devouring your base. We're gonna finally see Uncharted Venom go Imperial Age, and at that point, once the trebuchet comes in, there's nothing stopping all these fortifications from going down. Imperial Age, 2000 score lead, great economy, lots of relics, lovely relics, lots of gold coming in. There's really nothing, and still no siege. I can't emphasize this enough, and no siege, no win. Let's look at the economy of Shadowfax. Shadowfax's economy was okay. He perhaps would have been best to start researching more, getting some more food villages, getting the upgrades perhaps, but yep, there's nothing. Shadowfax won't be able to deal with this trebuchet that's attacking his base. Even walling up really won't help him. There is a gap, so it seems like Uncharted Venom is gonna go through that gap and try and do something here. Yep, he's gonna start going through the gap. He's gonna most likely let's put the fog of war on, and yep, he has entered the economy, and he's going to end up killing quite a few units before he goes down. The battering rams are going to engage in the castle most likely. Another trebuchet out. More trebuchets perhaps on the way. Finally seeing some Tarkans coming out as well. We're seeing the skirmisher force here, and really this skirmisher force actually is a good force to take care of these cavalry archers. But where on earth are your mangonels or your melee units to try and deal with the battering rams? And there frankly is none. All these skirmishers are going to make mincemeat of these cavalry archers. If he does not want to lose his cavalry archers, he's going to be forced to retreat. There is a ward raider that's defending and is supplying the melee damage. Trebuchet is going to end up destroying everything and everything. Tarkans coming in. Tarkans are very good, quite armored actually, quite a lot of HP. They're going to end up killing all these skirmishers here. More Tarkans most likely on the way. We're finally seeing knights coming, so knights are going to do a lot of damage. We're looking at the economies of both players, and Shadowfax has more economy. It's one of the things where Shadowfax just didn't realize that he needed to hold off his opponent as long as possible. And what we're seeing here is a pop. Since his castle went down, his houses are being destroyed. He is popped, so he's not able to produce the units, and this is detrimental. You're under attack and you can't produce units. It's pretty much GG. And what we're watching now is just a one-sided massacre. The annihilation of an empire. This is what we're watching. Trebuchet is going for the town center here, and then we're probably going to see these cavalry archers moving in. Oh, is he getting more relics? Let's see how many relics he has. Nope, there are more relics. And yep, look at that gold count. Rising slowly. This is due to the relic. Around 2 to 3 gold per second. A lot of gold, not to be underestimated. Pikemen here, pikemen there, more elite skirmishers. But his town center is down. His villagers are getting massacred. All of his villagers are. We're gonna see the final attempt, final resistance. These villagers have had enough. They're gonna start attacking for their homeland. Unfortunately, they don't have any pikes or sticks or any sort of weaponry. They're gonna go in. They're gonna start killing knights. Well, doesn't look like they're gonna kill this knight anytime soon, but they have killed a cavalry archer. But all these villagers are gonna die. More villagers coming in. And really, I feel like Shadowfax does like to see his empire fall. He really should have resigned a long time ago. He's even suiciding. And I believe what Shadowfax might be doing is surviving till the very last moment. So we're gonna have to see, unfortunately guys, we're gonna have to see a clean snipe of his base. Everything will need to be destroyed. I don't see any other way that Shadowfax is gonna resign. Shadowfax is gonna be stubborn. He will not resign willingly until his very last villager has died. I believe, is that a gap? Yep, that is actually a gap here. So I don't think, yep, I think Shadowfax has realized it, so he's gonna end up walling. But it's a shame because he doesn't realize there's a gap on this side as well, I think. Is there? I honestly can't tell if this house. Yep, there is a gap. Since there's a gap here and the house is there, yep, there's a gap. So he just has to realize that there is a gap. He can come around, but the gap's gonna be filled. More Tarkans. We're gonna see Cavaliers finally being researched, and GG. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Time Wielder, and like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.